Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So in this video we will be taking a look at how to use Twilio SMS and how to get started. So once that you have logged into your information, there is a free trial where you are given a phone number and you're also given a certain amount of currency which you can use to test things out. So now let's go ahead and get a phone number. So let's click get phone number right here, and here we are. So here is the phone number that we have, and then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to try and add an SMS. So let's go ahead and click next right here. Now here are some things that you can do with Twilio itself. You can use existing apps such as Zapier, Salesforce, or Zoho, and all you need to do is to add in your SID and your authentication token, and as you can see, it is right here at the bottom. And of course you need an upgraded account for that as well. So we are on the trial, so we will not go through that. Here are two things that we can do. We could use a pre-built app, so let's go ahead and try this. So we'll click start, and as you can see here, Twilio does all of this for you already. This is a template. So there is this beta to quickly deploy to Twilio. We can launch this in minutes. We can use the code itself by using the GitHub. So it's currently available only in JavaScript, or we can use a Twilio CLI to do all of this. So these are some more informations as to how to deploy all of this out. But what we can do is we can try the Twilio itself. So as you can see, you will need to log into Twilio and then set up our application. So we will need a passcode for this, and then deploy this application itself. So let's go ahead and deploy this Twilio. So as you can see here, we have the phone number, and we would need to add a passcode. So as you can see here, it says choose a passcode for your app. So users have to use this passcode to send SMS broadcasts. So let's just say 123456, and let's go ahead and click deploy this application. Let's give it a minute to set up all of the code itself. And now, as you can see here, we have the quick deploy all set up. So let's go ahead and go to live application. So this generates an in website kind of type thing. And now let's go ahead and try to send a message. So let's add a new phone number. Here we are. So once it's added, it will go into here. You can add multiple ones if you wanted to. Application passcode is the same one that we have done earlier on. So let's go ahead and write our message. So here is a first message attempt of a message using Twilio SMS. So let's go ahead and click send, and as you can see here, we have one of one messages sent. So we can check the log details. So to check the log details, or to check that the send has worked, let's go back into Twilio, and then we'll go into monitor, go into logs, then go into messaging, and we should be able to see the information that we have. So we have the Twilio number right here, and then we have my number right here, which is blurred out, and then we can see as well the information. So once that we click on this, it says sent from a Twilio trial account. Here is the first attempt. Now I will add a screenshot of me getting that message on my phone number right here. And as you can see, it did say sent from your Twilio trial account. So it does say that this is a trial account, and everything is being built right through there. And there you go. So you've managed to test out a sample SMS through that quick deploy right here. So we were able to use a pre-built app as well. If you didn't want to go through that developing, we can actually just create a quick message from here. So all we have to do is go to messaging, go to try it out, and then send an SMS. And then as you can see here, this has my phone number right here. And then we can choose where it's from. So this can be either a phone number or a messaging service. For this messaging service, we can discuss on a separate video. So let's go ahead and just choose a phone number, and we select our Twilio phone number, and then we add the body information right here. So we will do here is my second message, and as you can see, we can send this as an SMS. But what's quite nice as well is that we could show what this looks like using different programming languages as well, so we can integrate this into our APIs if we wanted to. So for example, here for Python, we have the client class being added from the Twilio library itself. We've added our account SID, the token, and then we have the actual message itself, and then we could literally add this into any of our software. So we'll go ahead and send a test SMS. So I'm going to click this, and as you can see here, test SMS sent, and then this is the response. So the response is usually information about when it was sent, so it's a metadata that we can log. And now let's take a look at a screenshot of my SMS message. And here we are. So those are the things that you can use for the pre-built app. And then again, we could add an SMS, or we could try out SMS using a build low-code solution. And finally, we could customize things even more using the studio itself. So you could do a lot of drag and drop and things, but you do need to set things up at the meantime. But if you are interested in using this and learning how to generate all of this using code and through the studio, leave a comment down below and we will get back to you and create a tutorial on how to do so. Now let's take a look at the overall dashboard of Twilio itself. So as you recall, here we were accessing all of this. So we have the develop tab and we have the monitor tab as well. So within the develop tab, we could take a look at all the phone number information that we have, so we can manage all of the active numbers that we have. So these are numbers that we have bought, released numbers as well that we have. We have some we have a chance to buy another number if we wanted to. So again, do bear in mind these come in a monthly fee. And then we have some verified caller IDs as well. So this is my phone number that you were able to send a message to earlier on. If you want to add a new caller ID, you can go ahead and do that up here. Then we have the TweML apps. So these use URLs for handling incoming messages and calls. So it's not just a one-way system where we send messages to our clients, but we could also reply or send automatic replies into them. Now within the phone numbers, we also have some ports and hosts right here. So if you're interested in learning more about porting and hosting, do check these out. We also have the regulatory compliance right here. So when we're sending things over to different regions or specific countries, we can create a regulatory bundle in here. And now if we take a look at the messaging, so we are a little bit familiar with these as well. But the overview of the messaging will allow us to get a summary of what has been done. So as you can see here, the messaging traffic jumped up to 2. So we have 2 outgoings, the 2 messages that we have sent earlier on, and here they are down here. So we have the logs. And then we also have some code samples in here, which might be quite useful for you. So these can be, sending a voice, SMS forwarding, some SMS auto response. So when we send a message to our Twilio number, we were able to add a response. We also have this SMS message from a Twilio phone number. So this is what we did earlier on, and many more code samples as well. So this is really cool. Go ahead and check them out. You can choose which language you are most preferred to all of this. And again, you can do these, try these out. So we have again done what we've done earlier on, some code resources as well and documents. And you can also do things within WhatsApp message. Once we've clicked on this, you will need to activate a sandbox. So a sandbox has a shared WhatsApp phone number, which has been pre-approved for Twilio developers. So you can try out the API using your sandbox and send and receive WhatsApp messages. And of course, you have to acknowledge all of this. So let's go ahead and acknowledge and confirm, just to have an overview of what this looks like. So here it is. You can then send a WhatsApp message. So then you would need to connect your sandbox right here. I won't go through this in this tutorial, but if you're interested, do leave a comment down below and we will create a tutorial into how to automate this or how to use the WhatsApp message sandbox using Twilio sandbox. And now on the bottom part of the messaging, we have a messaging service. And as you can see here, if you recall, there was an option where we could use a messaging service or a phone number. And essentially this is like a bundle of different functions that will try to automate things. So this will allow you to select your different phone numbers that you have connected and all of that. So let's go ahead and just click create service. And as you can see here, you can add a messaging service, a friendly name, who they are for, what it's for, what is the message for, who are the senders, what kind of integrations you would like to add, and then compliance info. And again, we won't be going through that in this tutorial, but if you are interested, again, leave a comment down below and we will go through this messaging services setup using Twilio. Now let's go ahead and go into senders, and we have the shortcode forms. So shortcodes allows you to provide a recognizable number to send and receive messages with blazing speed. So these can be say for example, when you're topping up for a number, you would need to add some information in, or you need to reply to a quick messaging shortcode. This is where we can do all of that. So you can apply for a shortcode if you want to. We also have WhatsApp senders, which again is not available unless we have upgraded our Twilio account. And we have some WhatsApp templates as well. Now let's go into the settings and then go into the general. So these are more general items that you can take a look at. So this is things to do with phone number reduction, message body reduction, how many days till you keep all of your loggings and all of that, which are all here in the log archives. And yes, just go ahead and explore through all of this. We have some geo permissions as well in here, which allows us to which allows us to essentially be able to send things over into different countries. But bear in mind that this is a pay-as-you-go system. So every time that you send a message, you are credited for it. It is not being shown here in the trial, but once that you have an upgraded account, then this will affect your transaction. So whenever you send a message, again, you will be billed for it. So do bear that in mind. But this will allow you to be able to connect and message multiple clients or customers from across the globe. And then let's take a look at the add-ons, which is in beta. And essentially these are all additional add-ons or programmable add-ons that you can use to make Twilio even better or much faster to use. Now under the regulatory compliance, this will give you an overview of the A2P messaging. So this is mostly sending things over into US. And if you'd like to take a look at it more, go ahead and just read through all of this. But this allows you to add brands, campaigns, and also some onboarding itself. And finally, let's go into the studio. And as you can see here, this is the studio dashboard. So as you can see, you can create a flow, which is allows you to connect with your clients really quickly. So the kind of things that you can do with that is you can do an IVR, you could set appointment reminders, you can use this as a chatbot, and also do some order notifications so that you don't have to manually do everything. This is being done for you really quickly, and you're able to do all of this with and once that you have set all of this up, then you don't have to go through all of the communication again and again and again. You can just use this studio to create that flow. And here in the try it out section, so essentially these are all information or guides that you can take a look at. And again, this is more information on what has been said in the overview. And if you are interested once again in going through all of this, then do leave a comment down below, and we will go through the guides as to how we can set up our studio, and as to how we can set up our Twilio studio. So say for example, for a interactive voice response or IVR, when sending a call, or even messaging them as a chatbot, how do you do all of those? So again, leave a message down below. So again, leave a comment down below, and we will respond with a message. And again, leave a comment down below and click that notification bell so that you're notified as to when we have added this video tutorial. Now, finally, let's take a look at the monitor. As you can see here, this allows us to log everything out. If there were any errors, we can see them here. If there are any webhooks, we can see it here as well. And in our logs for the messaging, this is what we saw earlier on. And we can take a look at some audits as well. The billing usage as to how much. Again, I am using the trial version, so I'm not being credited anything. Any message delivery. So as you can see here, we've sent 2 messages earlier on. Any video insights, and any messaging insights as well. And there you go. And there you go. So there you go. So you now have good knowledge. So there you go. So you now have a basic understanding on how to set up Twilio. Go ahead and explore out all of this. And don't forget that you do have a 14-day free trial to explore how to explore the power of Twilio. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.